Hello students, in today's video we are going to start a new chapter, that is lines and angles. Now we can see some basic terms and definitions related to this chapter. Firstly, line. A straight path extending in both directions with no end points is called a line. Next, line segment. A part of a line that includes 2 points called end points and all the points between them. So line segment is a part of a line which is having the end points. Without end points, a straight path are called lines. Next, ray. A part of a line with one end point that continues without end in one direction. So ray is also a part of a line, it having only one end point and the another point will go endless. So ray is a part of a line which is having only one end point, and line segment is a part of a line which is having two end points, and line is a straight path extending in both directions with no end points. Next, definition of an angle. An angle is formed when two rays meet. So here in this figure you can see there is a common vertex in which two rays are raised, and in between these two rays an angle is formed. So that angle is formed in between two rays. Let us see some basic types of angles. First one is acute angles. The measure of an angle with a measure between 0 degree and 90 degree. So acute angles means it will have the value in between 0 and 90 degree, which are all called the acute angles. So in these figures and all you can able to see the acute angles. So these are all the diagrams of the things which are all used in our day-to-day life. Next, right angle. An angle formed by the perpendicular intersection of two straight lines. An angle of 90 degree is called a right angle. So the exact value of 90 degree will form a right angle. So here are the some of the things which we are using in our day-to-day life. In this you can able to see the right angles. Next, obtuse angles. Angles measures greater than 90 degrees but less than 180 degrees is called an obtuse angles. So angles which are having the measures greater than 90 degree and below 180 degree. So in between 90 to 180 degree the values and all forms an obtuse angles. So these are all the some of the examples of an obtuse angles. In each and every figure you can able to find an obtuse angle somewhere. Next, straight angle. A straight angle changes the direction to point the opposite way. It looks like a straight line. It measures 180 degree. So, an exact value of 180 degree will make a straight angle. So here in this figures you can able to find out the straight angles. So straight angles will be formed as a straight line. Next, we are going to see about complementary angles. So complementary angles means it will always denotes a pair of angles. When the sum of the measures of two angles is 90 degree, then the angles are called complementary angles. So complementary angles means always keep it in a mind. It will denote a pair of angles. And in a pair of angles, if both the angles are added together means we will be getting exactly 90 degree. Then it will be called as complementary angles. If it is less than 90 degree or greater than 90 degree means that angles are not a complementary angles. So only those angles which are added together to make 90 degree, then only it is called as complementary angles. Here in this figure you can see first diagram is having an angle of 50 degree and second angle value is 40 degree. If you add together 50 plus 40 which is equal to 90 degree, then both the angles are complementary angles. So in our real life you can able to see the complementary angles. For example, here in this clock diagram, if you are added two angles you will be getting 90 degree. Like this, in a part of pizza if you are added two angles and you get 90 degree. So that these are all the some of the examples of complementary angles in our day-to-day life. So whenever two angles are complementary, each angle is said to be the complement of other angle. For example, in this figure you can see the first angle is 50 degree. So that we can tell 50 degree as a complement of 40 degree. Or otherwise 40 degree can be denoted as complement of 50 degree. Like that we can able to represent when two complementary angles are given, then each angle is said to be the complement of other angle. Next, supplementary angles. So supplementary angles are also denotes a pair of angles in which when the sum of the measures of two angles is 180 degree, then the angles are called supplementary angles. So if we add two angles, we will be exactly getting 180 degree means then the two angles are called as supplementary angles. Here you can see 130 degree plus 50 degree. Both are added together means you will be getting 180 degree. So that both the angles are supplementary angles. So here are the some of the examples of supplementary angles in our day-to-day life. In this, first you just see the diagram of a road. In that two angles are formed. So that if you add, you will be getting 180 degree. So that both the angles are called as supplementary angles. When two angles are supplementary, each angle is said to be the supplement of the other. For example, here in this figure, 130 degree is the supplement of 50 degree. Or otherwise, 50 degree is the supplement of 130 degree. If both the given angles are supplementary, then each angle can be represented as the supplement of other. Next, definition of adjacent angles. A pair of angles are placed next to each other are called adjacent angles. So adjacent angles will have a common vertex, a common arm, and the non-common arms are on either side of the common arm. See in this figure, B is the common vertex and BC is the common arm, and the two non-common arms are the AB and DB. Now the two non-common arms lies either side of the common arm BC. Hence we can say both are adjacent angles. So that adjacent angles means a pair of angles that are placed next to each other, and it should have a common vertex, common arm, and the non-common arms should be on either side of the common arm. But the adjacent angles should not have a common interior points. So here in this figures you can find A and B, which are all called the adjacent angles. Since A and B lies nearer to each other, which means both are placed next to each other, so that we can say A and B are adjacent angles. So here in this figures and all you can see, in first figure the two angles are placed next to each other, but it is not having a common vertex. In second figure it is not having a common arm, and in third figure the angles are not consecutive, so that these angles are not forming an adjacent angles. Next, linear pair. Linear pair means a pair of angles in which if you add the angles you will be getting 180 degree. So two angles are said to be linear if they are adjacent angles formed by two intersecting lines. Here in this figure you can see A and B are adjacent angles, and both the angles are formed by intersection of two lines. And we know that the measure of a straight line is a straight angle, that is 180 degree. So that in a line if you add the adjacent angles it will makes 180 degree. Then it is called as linear pair of angles. So with the basis of these definitions we are having our exercise 5.1 that we will start in next class. So on conclusion, in today's class we have discussed about lines, angles, types of angles, supplementary angles, complementary angles, adjacent angles and linear pair. So thank you children.